Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of MuleSoft real-time project. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the use case which we need to develop an API based on our previous requirements. Okay, so far we have seen how to import the RAML from Design Center and how to accept the values and how to add the, okay, let me write it here, how to add Snowflake connector into Mule project and how to create an Snowflake account. So in our real-time industry, these details and all will provide from a different team or DBA is going to provide. DBA is nothing but database administrator. Okay, fine. Now, in order to configure Snowflake details, so what you need to do? So first we need to go to search in Exchange. In the search in Exchange, we need to type Snowflake. So once you type Snowflake, we will get a dependency details. Okay, so there we need to add Snowflake module. So this is very important. Okay, Snowflake module. So this is we have already imported or added. Okay, I'm going to cancel this one. Just click on this Snowflake select. Just observe here. So if you click this edit configuration, here you can able to see all the Snowflake configuration details. So these are the details. We will get it from database team. Okay, or external team. I want to connect. Okay, I want to connect an API by using MuleSoft in between, and I need to connect with this database. So for this, we need configuration details. Fine. Click on OK. So here we have hard coded all the values, but in our real time, so you should not hard code. Okay, we should not hard code these values. We have to create some external files. Okay, that I'll show you in the next API. Okay, so this API just you can learn, okay, by hard coding the values, these values. Or else what I will do, let me quickly create config file, go to source main resources. See, that is one way. See, this is also correct. So what will happen if you hard code the values? Suppose after some time, you want to change your credentials. So in that case, what you need to do, you have to come to this flow. Okay, suppose if you are using 10 places, okay, if you are using 10 places as a Snowflake connector, so in all the places you have to modify. Okay, in this design you have to modify. So instead of going to touch this design, so what we are going to do is we are going to create some external file here, source main resources, new. Okay, click on file here. I'm going to create my config hyphen dev.yaml. Okay, YAML file I'm going to create, or else what you can do, you can create dot properties also. So both you can. So here I'm going to create. Okay, first I'm going to keep it as http. Okay, port. So my application want to run in a 8081. Next, Snowflake, right? Okay, db dot Snowflake connectors SFC. I'm going to keep it. So what is the first one? account name. So everything I'm going to write it over there. Let me copy paste. So even in real time also, you are not going to hard code the values. Just remember, we need to create one property file. From this properties file, always you need to read the values. See, for development, we are going to create one property file. For QA, we are going to create one property. For production, we are going to create one property file. Okay. The credentials were different for each environment. Okay. See, if you hard code, suppose what will happen if you hard code this value, suppose I want to move this application into QA environment. Okay. I want to change the credentials. So again, you need to go to this mule flow and you have to modify everything. Okay. Line by line. So instead of doing that one, so this is the better approach. Okay. Now just I have copied, right? Okay. Account name, warehouse, database, schema, user, password. So better if you are using YAML file, keep everything in a double quotes. So or else you will get some errors while compiling. Okay. This is for common for all the APIs. You can use the same configuration file. Just we can copy paste. See, only for the first API, it will take some time. So if you complete one API, then rest of the APIs are very easy. Okay, we are doing from scratch, so that is the reason it is taking time. Okay, fine. Cool. Now go to flow, go to your flow. So here, first one is listener. Go to this listener, click on this one, click on this edit button. See here, the value is hard coded. So how to access the external values? Dollar, parenthesis, sorry, flower braces, http.port. Okay. So this is how we are going to read the values from properties file. You need to use dollar symbol. See, this is very, very important. The same type of questions only it will ask in interviews also. Okay, how you are going to read the external properties. So first step, you need to create a property file or YAML file. Okay, then we need to, okay, there is one more step I'll tell you. Okay, first let me write this one. See, instead of hard coding this value, what we need to do, you can provide dollar db dot sfc dot account name. I think this is the value we are using, right? Okay, db dot sfc dot account name. So the same values we need to provide here. Okay, db dot sfc dot warehouse. So this is very important. db dot sfc dot. Okay, now schema. See, if we hard code also it will work, but it's a better practice, the best practice. Dollar db dot sfc dot user. What is the password? Okay, see here, observe carefully. So here also you need to provide db dot your property name sfc dot we have given as password. So the same thing you have to mention here. Now instead of account admin, so the role you need to provide, right? So the role value, it will be available in sfc dot role. Okay. So here you can perform test connection the same way, which we have done. Okay. So now we are getting this error. See, could not find the configuration property value. See why we are getting this well. Okay.
Yeah, keep
Why
it
we
on
are
dollar, brother.
yeah.
Keep it in dollar,
Wait,
brother.
wait. I have already given dollar. I have already given dollar. So just read the message carefully. Not found. Okay. Could not find the configuration property. Could not find the configuration property. So why it is? See, dollar I have already added Srikanth. Okay, this one you are asking. Huh? Okay. Okay, even though you will get the same error, just observe. See, dollar db dot sfc dot account name. See, the dollar is there. So what we need to do is, okay, once you add this property file, go to global elements, click on this create, type configuration properties. Yes, okay, type configuration properties. It's very important. Okay, here you need to select your property file. So that is the reason we are getting the error. See, now we have added configuration properties. So whenever the interviewer, if ask the same question, what you need to do? In source main resources, we need to create property file or .yaml file, okay, with the configurations. Then we can go to global elements and add the configuration properties. Then you can go to your flow wherever you want to use. You can use dollar with the flower braces. Okay, dollar flower brace db dot sfc dot. See, always wherever the colon is there, you have to add dot. Okay, so the colon is going to replace with dot. Okay, that you have to remember. So now you can try to view test connection. Okay, configuration properties file, okay, must be ending with YAML or property extension. So it is asking must be end with YAML. Okay, see here, see as many errors we are getting. Okay, that will be fine. You can learn from errors. End with YAML. Okay, so you need to change this one. See, I have given as a capital letters. Might be that is the reason. So I'm also facing this one as the first time. Okay, this type of error. We'll see now. You right click here, go to refactor and rename it. Or else directly what you can do, you can press F2. Dev.yaml. Okay, I have changed this one. It is renaming now. It is done. Again, go to message flow. Double click this Snowflake. Click on this one. Give test connection. Okay, still we are getting the error. Internal server error. Failed to deploy tool artifact application. Error detail. not deploy the application. Okay. Must be end with YAML. So that is what we are doing. Okay, we have changed the file, right? Okay, whenever you have changed the file, what you need to do again, guys, you need to go to configuration and click on edit. You have to change it. See, still we can see .yaml file here. So that is the reason. Click this one and change the file. Click on OK. Okay, give test connection. See, now we can see test connection is successful. So in the previous session, why it is not displaying? Okay, due to memory issues. Okay, there was some issues with my laptop. Might be that is the reason. Okay, test connection is successful. Now we can implement your logic. See the same values, we can copy paste it. Okay, we can use the same configuration for many APIs. Okay, cool. Now go to our requirement tab. Go to requirements. See, before inserting a record, you have to check whether there is any account existing with the same account number and bank name. Okay, so for that, what you need to do? So you have to write select query here. See, before inserting, okay, there is a select query, right? Select query with the Snowflake customer account number. I want to fetch customer account number, comma, bank name. See, the same person cannot have the same account, okay, the same account or same account number in a same bank. So that is the reason before inserting, okay, try to understand the requirements. Okay, before inserting, we need to check whether the same account number is present or not. Okay, the same account number is present or not. Otherwise, it will be a duplicate, right? Okay, the duplication of accounts. Now, select customer account name, bank name from bank transactions, where, just observe carefully, where, see, normally we used to hard code, right? Okay, the account number, it will be 1234. So the bank name will be something like, okay, HDFC. But we are not sure. See, we are not sure what is the value, okay, what is the value we are going to pass here. Okay, we are going to pass here. Okay, account type. This one is account type. See, here I'm going to pass HDFC. In the body, I'm going to pass this account number. And later on, I'm going to change it to, instead of HDFC to, I'm going to change it to ICICI. Okay, like this, right? Okay, that is the reason. Here we need to implement dynamic query. Okay, dynamic query. Dynamic query is nothing but whatever the value it will come from my input, you need to take that and you need to query. That's it. That's very simple. So how to write that? See, where customer account number colon. Okay, just provide this one and bank name. So bank name and colon. Just observe carefully. So what we are doing. So if you have any issues, I mean, if you are finding any difficulties here, please let me know. I'll explain one more time. So we are doing simple. So these are the values we will pass it as dynamic way. So that is the reason we are adding colon here, where account number equal to colon and bank name. So these values will come from a front end. So what is the front end we are using? Here we are using Thunder client. Thunder client to pass the values. Fine. Next, observe here. In the input parameters, we need to take, okay, let me little bit drag the up. Okay. So here, just click on input parameters, click on this FX. Okay. Click on this FX and click on this show graphical view. Okay. So that it will be visible. Okay. Here, observe here. So what is the query? So what are the parameters you need to pass? There are two parameters, right? One is customer account number and another one is bank name. See, all are configurations only. Okay. How to configure this? Now, one question for you guys. Okay. Now, just observe here in the input. So how I'm passing customer account number and bank name. Either it is a query parameter or in the body I'm passing. Can someone tell me?
It's a query parameter, bro.
Correct. Query parameter is a bank. Correct. Query
Yes.
parameter is the bank. Next parameter is in body. Okay. If you observe this one, bank name. Bank name is coming from bank. It is coming from query parameter. This customer account number. Customer account number is coming from, the account number is coming from body. So it's like a payload. Okay. Now, so here, what we need to do? Payload dot account number. See, this is an input. We are going to pass this value from right side to left side. This value, it will be available in a database. I mean, this is a table column name. This is our input name. Okay. There might be a difference. Okay. It should not be the same column. Okay. Always. Okay. So what we are doing, just we are doing A equal to B. Suppose B contains 7. So now what is the value of A? A is also 7 because B is storing here. Again, we are storing here. Something will be like this. Just understand the concept. Okay. So here the mapping is done. Okay. Now bank name. So how we are getting the bank name? We are getting the bank name via query parameters. So what is the variable? Okay. Bank. So what you can do, you can go to query. So here you can type vars dot, see, vars dot bank, vars dot bank. The one value it is coming from payload, I mean in the body. So one value it is coming from query parameter. So that query parameter we have written, okay, we have written into a variable. From that variable, I'm taking this. So that's how it will work. Okay. Now, this is our first step. Okay, it is showing some error. Okay. So what is the error? Let me check. Okay, customer account number. So I'll make it as a string. Suppose if I remove this one, what will happen? Okay, even though it is working, but in the background, it is saving all the values. So now just observe. So whatever the value you will pass, first it will come to this bank. Okay. Suppose bank is ICICI. The same value and account number, it will come here first. Then it will go to this bank variable. From here, it will go here. That's how it will work. The where class. So this where class is very important. Okay. So while testing, you will get to know. So now one step is done. Now one step is done. Suppose you can assume there are same rows in the table, same rows in the table. In that case, what we need to do? We need to implement. Okay. We need to implement second scenario. It's like, okay, so you need to verify the record whether it is exist or not. Whether it is exist or not, you can consider there is a value. So if there is a value, we need to display this message. Okay, account number is already exist. So how to verify this? It's very important. So how to check the condition whether the values is there or not? Okay, by using choice router, we can test that. So what you need to do? So after selecting the value, you need to use choice router in the where class. In the where class, you need to verify. Okay, before this, you can go to data wave payload, data wave playground. In the data wave playground, you can play with the data wave script. You can assume this values is returning from a database. How to verify whether this contains the value or not? By using size of. Okay, so you can verify. 1 minute, just a second. Let me copy this. See, we do have a keyword called size of payload. See what it is returning? It is returning as 1. Okay, it is returning as 1. Suppose if I remove this one, so you are going to query. Okay, you are going to query something. You will get the null values. Suppose you are trying to pass this input. Okay, Ravi ICIC savings HDFC 003. Suppose you can consider this one. If the value is available, in the table, so what it will return? It will return some rows, right? So that is called payload. Payload in our MuleSoft. So here in when condition we have to write. So how to write that condition is to go to data wave and you can verify here. If there are some values, okay, it will give the count here, size of payload. Okay, just copy this. In the when condition, click on this fx, size of payload greater than or equal to 1. So that means the value is available. Okay, greater than or equal to 1, or else what you can do, greater than 0. Greater than 0 you can keep. So that will also work. So here, so you will pass the input, it will come here, it will select from database, it will go to choice condition, it will decide whether the payload contains the value or not. So in the database with the same account and the same customer name as Ravi is available, it will go to this condition, or else it will go to default. Okay, size of payload, here you need to keep our transform message, okay, Control C, Control V. So what we need to type is, okay, this is our success response. The account already exist with this customer name, okay, with this customer name. So customer name is available in this variable. So what is the variable? Customer name variable. So what you are going to do? So you are going to write a data wave expression here, okay, customer name. So after this double quotes, give plus plus, where's dot customer name, okay, where's dot customer name. Okay, so if the customer is already present, you no need to insert. So that is our requirement, right? Okay. See here, okay, account number is already exist. Okay, later we'll change. Okay, as of now, we are going to keep with the different message. Next, if deposit amount field is present, insert amount according to total balance. So if it is not, then it is a default. Okay, you can forget about this one also. See the transactions timestamp, it will be a now. Now means it's a current timestamp. Now means, see here. So now means it will give you the current timestamp value. Okay, that you need to insert. Next, what is the requirement? So that's why I ask you to read the requirements 1 or 2 times. Okay, by default, when you insert a record, account status and wrong pin values are taken as active and 0. Okay, fine. So no need to insert these values. Okay, wrong pin and account name. So upon successful insertion, send out an email. Okay, email part we will see in the next session. Now we are going to insert the record. Okay, I'll insert the records and I'll close the session now. So in order to insert, okay, see now before inserting, what we are doing, we are selecting the record from database. If the record is present, then simply we are displaying this message. So what is the message? Account already exists with this customer name. Okay, customer name. Now in the default, so what you need to do, click on this snowflake, click on this snowflake. We need to insert the records, right? In order to insert, use the insert connector here, drag this insert. Okay. So after insertion is successful, what you need to do? We need to display this message, right? Okay, account created successfully. Okay, this message we need to display. So we need to write, okay, account created successfully with account number. Okay, this account number we need to print. Okay, account number. I'll add the account number later. Now, here we need to write an insert query. So in order to insert values, okay, first what you can do, you can go to Snowflake. Just you can go to Snowflake. Try to prepare a query here. Okay, try to prepare a query and just copy paste. That will be very easy. Insert into, see, if you don't know how to use, okay, how to write this insert query, so what you can do, you can go to Google and type, okay, insert query in SQL exam. Okay, you can type like this. See, there are many websites. Okay, see, there are many websites. You will get the syntax. Okay, insert into table name, then column names and values. This is the syntax. Then it is very easy to add in your program. Now insert into, okay, what is the table name? Bank transactions. Insert into table name. So you have to take the values from here. Okay. So what are the values you need to take? Customer name. This is the first value. Next, customer account number. So instead of taking here, so what I will do, I'll go to my data model. Okay, the data model is not yet opened. Okay, fine. As of now, I'll copy here. Account name. So ATM pin. Okay. So ATM pin. Next, bank name, account type, IFSC code, or else I'll describe this. Okay, these are the values we need to copy. Just select here. Okay, just select here. And you can do copy paste also. That will also work. Customer name, customer account number, ATM pin is there, bank name is there. Sorry. Account type is there. Next, IFSC code is there. Next, branch name. Branch name is available. See total balance. So if the front end is passing, then you need to add this. Otherwise, but as of now, creation of account, no need to add this one. Next, transaction timestamp. Account status. So it will be default as an active. Wrong pin, default as 0. So no need to do that. So mail ID and phone number. So mail ID and phone number. So after this, what you need to do? So there is a syntax, right? Okay. So here we have seen insert into table name columns. Okay. I want to insert 10 columns. Then you need to write 10 columns over here. Next, in order to prepare, so you are not going to do hard code. Just what you can do, copy paste here. So in order to write a dynamic query, give colon here. This is very, very important. Colon, colon. It's a colon. See, it's a simple query, but you have to give the proper syntax. Okay. So insert into these values. Okay, cool. Go to your AnyPoint Studio and paste it here. See this values, I mean, so whatever you are writing, so this also you can keep it. Okay, you can keep it here if you want. Insert query. Okay, something will be like this. Okay, insert query. The double quotes, you can keep this, and you can access the same values. You can access the same dollar insert dot query. You can also use the same. But as of now, I'm going to hard code here. As of now, I'm going to hard code. Okay, cool. Next. So this is very important. Just observe here. So some values we are getting as a query parameters. Some we are getting from a body. Okay. So how to take all those values? How to take all those values? So that is very important. Just observe here. So also here there is one problem. Also here there is one problem. See, as soon as if you select the values, okay, if you select the values, so we will get some output, right? You'll get some output. So the payload is going to replace with this value. Suppose you can assume the input payload contains 3 attributes. Input payload contains, this is input payload. Input payload contains 3 attributes. So as soon as if you perform any DB operations or any calculations, okay, the payload will get changed. See this payload. See whatever the output it is there from database, that is going to replace with these 3 attributes. These 3 attributes. So for that reason, what you need to do, you have to create one variable here, okay, one variable here, and you have to store all the payload attributes into that variable. Okay, first we will do that. So how to store? Go to core and take one set variable. Okay, take one set variable here. Sorry, not set payload, set variable. I'll delete this one. So the set variable, I'm going to keep it as the display name is empty list. Empty list. The variable I'm going to keep it as input payload, INP payload, INP payload. So how to keep the empty array? See, that's very simple. If you go to data wave, see, this is the empty array, guys. So how to keep this empty array? This is only 2 braces. So here you need to keep this. So this is the empty list. Then after this empty list, so you have to store all the values into empty list. Okay. Again, just click on this one, give Control C and Control V. It will create one more variable. Just do drag and drop. Okay. Just change the display name. Okay. Add the input payload. Add the input payload. Okay. How to add this input payload? So that's very simple. So what you can do, you can copy this one. Okay. DW. Okay. That means data wave 2.0. Click on this graphical view here. Okay. Just do copy paste. So whatever the input you are going to pass, that has to convert into JSON format. So that is our intention. See what is the input parameter? The parameter it is called INP payload give. Okay. So INP payload is the variable, right? Okay. So here you can type vars dot. Okay. See, if you type vars dot, here I can able to see input payload. So how to copy from payload to list? So this is very important for an interview question also. Just observe. Now, what is the difference between payload and input payload? Okay, I'll give you one difference. If you go to Thunder client or Postman, so this is your payload now. Just observe. Okay. So whenever you are going to pass, this is your payload. So payload contains account number, ATM pin, IFSC code, deposit name, okay, deposit amount, mail ID, and contact. Okay, there are few details it is available. Observe carefully. The payload contains, suppose, 6 attributes. So if you don't add this variable, what will happen? So you are trying to select the value from a database. What it will do? It will go to database and it will query. It will query. It will change the values. See, whatever the select value, it will be available. So the payload is going to change it. See, if you observe this one, see, just observe from the input, what are the values we are passing? We are passing 6 attributes with the different names. But here you can see the payload. So why customer account number and bank name it will be available? Because the select query is replacing, okay, the select query is replacing with the input. The select query is replacing with the input values. So that is the reason. So we need all the payload attributes, okay, the input attributes to insert. So if we go with this payload, it contains only 2 values. So that is the reason we are creating one empty list here. We are going to add all the input payloads, all the 6 attributes, into this list. So that instead of payload, we are going to use INP payload, input payload. Okay. So that's what we are going to use. So input payload, right? Okay. INP payload, I'll keep it here. So it's very simple. So what we are doing, just vars dot, okay, first we are going to create one empty list. From empty list, we are going to store all the values by using less than, and payload. Even in interviews also, you may get this question, how to store all the values from a payload to one array. Okay. That time you have to answer this one. Okay, fine. See here, the payload contains, okay, as of now, the payload contains here 6 attributes. Okay, up to this part, the payload contains 6 attributes. But as soon as if the select query is executes, the payload is changed to 2 attributes with the different names. So that is the reason we are creating the empty list. And this empty list, we are adding all the payload values and we are going to use it into our insert query. So that is the reason. Okay. Now go to insert query. Okay. Go to insert query. So here we need to add our transformation. I mean, so whatever the input values it is required, you have to add that. So these values we need to map it. Okay, these values you need to map. Let me copy this, all the values. So whatever it is required. So just observe carefully here. So I need to add the values for this. Customer name, colon, okay. As of now, I'll keep it as empty. Just make it to JSON format, all the values. Okay, so that you can easily add those. Okay, I need ATM pin from an input. Now I need bank name. So first, let's frame the query. I mean, data wave transformation. Okay, these are the values we need to pass while inserting the query. So now you can easily add the values. Okay, observe here customer name. So customer name is coming from this variable like query parameters var start. Okay, var start customer name. Okay, go to insert. See var start customer name. Next bank. Bank name also coming from var start bank. It's like a query parameter. Account type. Account type also coming from var start ACCT type. Account type. Next branch name. Branch name is coming from as a query parameter. See, as a query parameter. See, I'll tell you without using these variables also, we can form this. So suppose if you are not going to use these variables, you can directly write, okay, attributes dot query forms dot, okay, attributes dot query forms dot branch name. So like this, you need to write. Suppose if you don't use the variable names, you have to write it like this. If you use the variable names, then directly you can write var dot branch name. Okay, fine. Now, so where this account number and ATM pin and IFSC code, these values are coming. So these values are coming from body. It's like a payload. The payload, we have changed it to input payload, correct? From this input payload, we have to take those values. How to take these values? Okay, because this is a list. So what we need to do? Open source only preview. Var dot. It is not showing. It will give you the preview. Okay, let's see. There is no preview down. Okay. If you observe here, var dot input payload So where's dot input payload? This one is the map. Okay, this one is the map. From map, you have to add these values. Okay, just copy paste all these values into inside this one. Okay, inside this one. This one is closed. Okay, now close these braces. Okay, this is also fine. So in order to read the map values, okay, I'll create one map here. See, in the data wave sessions, maybe you have learned, okay, payload, map. So you can use item index, or else what you can do, you can remove this one. You can remove this. So by using dollar, see, I want to take message value. You can use dollar dot message. See, hello world is coming, suppose. So what is the session? So session, it will be a mule. So how to read the values? See, always what you can do, you can try to work as in a data web playground, so that you can easily implement these things. Okay, so first try to implement all those things in a data web playground. The payload, map, message, dollar dot message, dollar dot session. Okay, so like this we need to add. So the same way I'm implementing here. Customer account number. Okay, what you can do, just you can give dollar dot, what is the variable? It's a account number, not customer account number. Just observe here. So this is the variable, dollar dot account number. Next, ATM pin. So what is the pin? This is the ATM pin. This is an account number, deposit amount, contact, mail ID, IFSC code. These values I need to map it here. Okay, these values I need to assign. These values I need to assign here. Okay, so whatever it is there from my input, I need to map it here. That's it. Dollar dot ATM pin. Okay, next, dollar dot IFSC code. Okay, the same value only we need to use. Next, timestamp. That's very important one. So whenever you do some transaction, or whenever you are going to create the current timestamp value, you need to insert as per the requirement. See, transaction timestamp column in a table is now. Okay, value in MuleSoft, it is a mandatory field. So whenever you are going to do some transaction, or okay, so you have to display the time. Let me comment out this. See, now means, okay, you are getting the date and time. So you need to use this. Okay, now is a data wave expression. Okay, or a function is a predefined function. It will give you the timestamp, the current timestamp. So mail ID. So mail ID is available in mail ID attribute dollar dot mail ID. See the phone number. So the phone number, it is available as a contact. Okay, colon dollar dot contact. Okay, now it is coming. See, if you type suppose where's dot, okay, all the variables. So what is the value you need to assign. Okay, that value will come here. See, there are predefined options. So if you select this button, so always it will show you the preview. But before that, you need to write this one. See, var.input payload. Okay, this is an array. There are few values from array. So whatever it is there as a dollar, right? Okay, so that we are going to take it from this input payload. This input payload contains these attributes. Okay, these attributes we are mapping. So mapping is very, very important. See, now most of the work is done. Okay, just click on this done. Okay, click on this done. Just go here. Okay, I'll keep the breakpoints, add breakpoints. I'll add some breakpoint here. Okay, first let me run in a debug mode. See, we have implemented as of now, there are two functionalities. So one is like, okay, it will search in a database whether this account number is exist or not. If it is exist, it will display the message like, okay, the account number is already exist. Suppose if the account number is not exist, then it will print, sorry, it will insert into database. Okay, as of now we have implemented these two scenarios. So okay, another 5 minutes I'm going to close the session. So once we test these two functionalities. So okay, in order to prepare a Postman URL or Thunder client URL, okay, localhost 8081, okay, API / create account. So in order to create account, we need to provide the details. Okay, Ravi, ICICI Bank. Okay, it's not ICICI. Here we are using HDFC, right? Okay, I'll go with the HDFC only. Savings. Okay, HDFC 0033. Fine. Now in the body, we are going to pass these values. Raviteja, can you give me your email in the chat box?
Outlook mail or normal email?
Gmail, not Outlook, normal email. So because, so we do have a functionality, we are going to send an emails, okay? So as soon as, if your card is blocked, okay, if your card is blocked or you are going to unblock or your account balance, those kind of things, you are going to generate an email. Okay, so that is the reason whenever you are doing or whenever you are going to insert, give the proper email ID. Okay, this is very important. Now just click on the send button. Now we are in a debug mode. Just observe here. So as soon as if you hit, so it will come to listener, it will come to API router, okay, API kit router. So it will decide, okay, based on your input, which path we need to execute. Either it is a create account or block account or fetch account details, those kind of things. Okay. So here we do have an option called F6. Click on this F6. Okay. Okay. I think it goes to some error handler. See, it is giving us bad request. Okay. Bad request. 400. Okay. Let me go to console and see. Is it we are missing any values? Required query parameter type not specified. Okay. Yes, we have changed the variables, right? Might be that is the reason. Okay, got it. So this one, okay, type. But in our program, we are using account type. Okay, query forms dot type. Okay, it is building the application now. Okay, we'll see. So because in the design, okay, in the design, we have given as the, okay, type is the mandatory field. But in our flow, we have changed it to account type. So even though we are taking the value from type and we are assigning into account type, just observe. Okay, now we are in a debug mode. See attributes dot query parameters dot type as some errors. See what is the error here? So I think we should not use the, okay. So here I can see type. Okay, let me select from here. Okay. So now it is showing us within the double quotes. So now it will work. So wherever account type is there, I'm going to change it as type only. Okay. Even in the insert also. So it's a vars dot type. Okay. So only this one, I think. Now
Yeah, bro, this one
let
basic
me resume.
settings are not configuration, brother.
Which one?
Basic configuration, connector configuration is not configured.
Where?
Yeah, this one. Basic settings, right? Basic set connector configuration, brother.
Yeah, yeah,
Already you
this
are
is already
configuration
configured,
that
right?
one.
Yeah, this is already Snowflake config. We are already using the same
Uh,
configuration.
okay, okay, bro.
Okay, let me save it. See, always the very first time go in a debug mode so that you will get to know where is the issues. Okay, I'll trigger one more time. Okay, so 500 internal server we are getting. Okay, let me see what is the issue. invalid type as okay. So in the query parameters, you can able to see Ravi, HDFC, savings, HDFC 0033. So if you go to payload, okay, see in the payload, we are getting these values. In the payload, we are getting these values. Now we are in a branch name. Okay, go to F6. Okay, in the empty list. Okay, so it will go to select now. It will verify. Okay, it will verify whether this record is available or not. So which record? It will verify with the Ravi, the HDFC Bank, if the same account number is exist or not. Okay. Now, if it is available, it will go to transform message. Else, it will go to insert part. Just observe here. Now, it is going to see the payload is size is 0. Okay, the payload size is 0. So where it will go? It will go to default condition because there are no rows. Okay, with the same name. Okay. Now click on F6. Now it will go to insert. Now it will go to transform message and I'll see the difference. See, account created successfully with account number. Okay, see, account number is not yet printed. Okay, we need to add that one. So again, suppose I'm trying to send one more request with the same details. Okay, same details, guys. So what will happen? Just observe. See, F6, F6. It will go to select. See, it will go to select part. It will verify. Just observe now. Payload contains one value. That means, okay, you can verify whether the row is inserted or not. See, customer ID is 1, Ravi, customer account number, ATM pin, HDFC savings. Okay. See, all these values are inserted. See, all these values are inserted because now again, if the same customer is trying to insert, it will give you the message like, okay, your account is already exist. Okay, now just observe, it will go to when condition now. Now we are in a choice router. Okay, just observe here. Just observe. See, it will go to inside this when condition. Okay, now the flow is ended. See, it is saying like, okay, see, account already exists with this customer Ravi. Okay, but as per the requirement, what we need to implement. So we need to implement the message is like this. See, account number is already exist. Okay, so how to do that? So that's very simple. Go to transform messages wherever you want to change it. Just remove this one or I'll add on top of this. Okay, see, account already exists. So what you need to do, just keep account, the static content you can keep it in a double quotes. Account already exists with, okay, I'll keep it as same only. Account already exists. Now give plus plus here. So where this account number is coming? This account number will come from a payload. Okay. This is an array. So here you will get it. Okay. Customer account number. So this account number you have to read. So how to read this? So it will be there in a payload dot. So this account number, right? Okay. Account number is already exist. Payload dot. Okay. Or else what I will do. So always better you can go with data wave expression. Okay. So you can consider this is your account number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how to print? See, this type of questions only they will ask you in interviews also. Okay. So if you type payload entire, I mean, so whatever it is there, it will come. Even the name also. But you need only account number. Payload. So you can do filter also. Okay, that is different one. Okay, payload map. Dollar dot account. See, account number is coming. So, but how it is coming? It is coming in a array format. But we need as a string. Okay, even though it is coming as string. Okay, payload map account number. So what you can do, just go here. Keep this message first. Okay. So we need only account number, right? So here you can write the condition. Payload map. So or else you can create the variable and you can take that also. So that will also work. So instead of going to create one more separate variable, so what we are doing here, so we are adding this way. Okay, dollar dot account. Payload dot map. Okay, map is this one. This is a functionality which we need to add. Okay, there is no account. Okay, account number, right? Okay, dollar dot first ACC number. So why it was giving errors? So okay, what I will do? Better I will go to online data wave playground. So here you can add. Okay, payload map. So inside this we have to write a condition. I think there are some spaces. Success equal to or colon. See here, account already exists. See, like this we have to write. Okay, I'll give you some spaces here. Or instead of success, I'll keep it as message. Account 12345 is already exist. So what you need to do, just you have to copy paste. Okay, like this you can practice before going to implement. Okay, you can add it here. Just add this one. So instead of dollar SCT dollar, you need to use corresponding value. Okay, corresponding value, customer account number, customer ACC number. Dollar customer ACC num. Okay, so this is one requirement. Okay, so whenever there is a customer is available, you have to display this one. So for successful, see, for successful also same. Okay, account created successfully with account number, right? So the same value you need to print it. Okay, so what you can do, simply I'll change it here. So instead of message status account number, account created successfully with account number. So instead of payload, what you can do, var dot input payload. Okay, this contains the account number. So instead of dollar, okay, dollar dot account number. Okay, here also account number only, so not customer account number. Account number, remove rest of the things. See, observe carefully. So now 2 steps are done. Now I'm going to stop the debug mode. Okay, now my application is working perfectly. Let me create 2 records and I'll close the session. Okay, so tomorrow's class I'm going to explain how to integrate. Okay, see, now there is one integration is happened. Okay, one integration with the Snowflake. Now tomorrow there's a second integration. So whenever there is a successful insertion, okay, whenever there is account is created, okay, so how you are going to send automated email. Okay, automated email. So that we are going to discuss in the next class. Okay, now the application is running in my local, so it is deploying now. So let's get deployed. See here one thing. So far I didn't add any loggers. Okay, so here we can add the loggers. So that logger part and sending an email, automated email, tomorrow we are going to discuss. Okay, it is deployed now. Let me clear the logs. Just observe here. So with this guy name, okay, Ravi HDFC Okay, with the same account. Okay, see, I'm going to send it now. See, message account 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 5 7 already exist. It is saying, see, as many times you are going to send, you will get the same response, because we are not going to implement, okay, we are not going to insert with the same customer details as a multiple times. So that is what we have written here. So that is our one of the business requirement. Okay, don't insert duplicate values. Okay, now I'll go with the second account. Instead of Ravi, I'll go with the Srikant. Okay, only HDFC Bank only. Okay, you can give any bank. Let me change the account numbers. Okay, let me change the account number as of now. Just click on, okay, ATM pin I also will change 3344. The IFSC code I'm going to change. Okay, just click on send button. See what will happen. First, it will verify in a database whether this account number is exist or not. See, account created successfully with account number. Okay, so this is what the customer is expecting as per the user story. Okay, as per the user story. So that is what we have written. Okay, now again the same customer is trying to insert. See, you will get the message like, okay, hey, we do have already this account number. You can please try with the different number. So you can also add the same message. Okay, so as of now we have added account already exists. So if you want, you can add, please try with already exist. So whatever the message you want, you can add this. Okay, exist, please try with different bank or account number. Different bank or account number. Okay, so now you may get a doubt, okay, whether these records are inserting in a database or not. Okay, what you can do, go to your database. Okay, just to verify. See, as of now, how many records are there? We do have 2 records. One is Ravi and another one is Srikant. Okay, I'm going to insert one more row. Okay, I'm going to give a customer name as Sneha. So the bank name, it is a SBI instead of saving account. Okay, if you want, you can use savings or current. Okay, that's up to you. SBI 0022. Okay, sorry, SBI MPL. So here SBI 0033. So the account number. Okay, see, I have changed the bank name. Might be the same account number. It is applicable because the bank name is different. Okay, Sneha @gmail. Now just observe. I'm going to click send button. See, as soon as if you click the send button, first it will verify. First it will verify whether the Sneha account is existing Snowflake or not. If it is exist, it will give this message. It will go to this part. If it is not exist, it will insert, right? Okay, so this part is done now. So now just observe. I'll try to send one more request. Okay, I'll try to send one more request. See, account 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 5 5 already exist. please try with a different bank or account number. Okay, so you are getting this kind of message. Okay, you are getting this message. Now, in order to verify, what you can do, you can go to the DB and you can verify. Now there are 3 records. See here, SBI savings, SBI. Now, finally, I'm going to create one more record for your testing purpose. Okay, I'll go with the Banu Prakash. So he want to open an account in SBI. Now I'm going to give some random number over here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There might be 10 digit always. So what is the bank? SBI only. Okay. Now Banu 123@gmail.com. Suppose he is trying to create an account. Okay, see, account created successfully. So now tomorrow's requirement. So as soon as you insert a record, right? Okay, so the email has to generate. Okay, the email has to generate. So as soon as if we create an account, the email has to generate. So that functionality tomorrow we are going to implement. See, now I'm trying to keep on sending the same request. You will get the account number is already exists. Suppose if you want, you can manage the output like, okay, account number and branch name as well as customer name, everything can accommodate here. Everything you can accommodate here. But as per the requirement, as of now, we have written this one. Now, tomorrow, we are going to create, okay, we are going to add the functionality. It's like Gmail functionality, how to integrate. Then after that, there is one more integration is there. So whatever you are going to write, all those files, right? We need to write it into some server location. See this and all, okay? It's like a backup, or we need to send it to some person, like some other systems. They want to use your data. That is the reason. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today. We'll see in the tomorrow's class. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me now regarding this flow. So even anyway, I'll share this code with you guys. Okay, not now. At end of the class. Okay, at end of this series, I'm going to share everything with you. So if I share now, you won't practice. Okay, just you will do copy paste my code. Okay, you will do copy paste my flows and everything. Okay, you can try it from your system. Okay, anyway, I'll upload all the classes into our YouTube channel. You can go to our YouTube channel or your classroom notes. You can try to practice. Okay, that's it for today. We'll see you in a tomorrow's class. Thank you.